Welcome back yet again to another edition of the Bibs Corner podcast. I am your host, Mike Bibbins, on Twitter at Bibs Corner or at Bibs Film for the movie stuff, which is what this is, sort of. You could also be potentially listening to this on the Mavs Outsiders podcast because, you know, cross-branding and cross-platform sharing, that's the wave of the future. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Anyway, we're here today to talk about the latest Marvel entry, Thor, Love and Thunder. I'm going to admit I wasn't necessarily the most hyped for this, but I went and saw it yesterday, and I'm joined by the person who might as well be my fucking co-host at this point. Mine and Reese.
I can't be your co-host because then it's like I like the idea of Bibs Corner. I like not a co-host, but a consistent special guest.
I can't think of there's a term for it, but I can't think of what the term is.
I can't think of. That's why I was trying to think of.
I'm gonna just say friend of the show.
Friend of the show. I'm like Steve Urkel.
You know what?
No, because Steve Urkel was the show. That's different.
I'm about to say he eventually became.
He was the show. That's we'll come up with something, but
yeah. Well,
reoccurring guests.
Yeah, recurring guests. Maurice Williams. To talk about Thor: Love and Thunder, and did we do the last Marvel movie together?
Doctor Strange, yeah,
obviously. And did
we do that on your podcast, or did we? No, we did, didn't we?
Did we do Black Widow? Now I gotta pull it up because now
we didn't do Black Widow. Did we? I don't know.
We might have done it on the Have You Seen? Let's see. We got Doctor Strange. That was you.
But my question is, did we did Doctor Strange on this podcast?
Say what?
We did Doctor Strange on this podcast.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, so we're here to talk about Thor: Love and Thunder, and just off the top, just the non-spoiler portion, I was not excited about this movie at all. Ever since it was announced, it was like my least anticipated, probably. I don't know why. I think I was way over the Jane Foster stuff. Thor started to get boring in a sense, and I did enjoy Ragnarok, but not as much as other people seem to have. Like, a lot of people had it in their top 10 for a while, or maybe still do. I don't. Taika Waititi, he did a lot of good things with the humor, I thought, but there were some like deep, serious moments that he didn't capture well for me in that movie. Like, a lot of bad shit happened, and you don't feel the weight of it.
It was a traumatic character.
Yeah, like a lot, and they even talk about it in this movie, like all the shit that he's been through. I didn't even think about it because, you know, it's just happening over time. But he's lost a lot.
Yeah.
Everything. And again, in this movie, they walk through all the things he's lost in like a narrated, humorous type clip. Like Korg is reading it. He lost his mother. He lost his father. He lost his brother. He lost his brother again. He lost his brother again. He lost his planet. He lost his girl. Like, goddamn.
I love Korg.
Korg is hilarious. And we'll get into that in spoilers.
Man, look, I don't know how much you like this film, but I know for a fact the spoilers I'm letting people know. I don't know about Bib's part, but on my end, the spoilers will be filled with all the shit that I laughed at.
Okay.
We'll talk about the movie and, like, you know, from a critic standpoint. I don't consider myself a critic, but, you know, because I don't like the way. Never mind. That's a. But
hey, I applied to be a Rotten Tomatoes approved critic, and they said go put some more work in, my boy. So it is what it is. What was I gonna say? Yeah, on the non-spoiler side, the main thing, my main overarching feeling, thought, idea is Taika does a great job with the humor, but and this is becoming a trend with him, his movies, the tone is wrong a lot. Like there's a lot of dark stuff in this movie, and he did a better job than he did in Ragnarok, I'll say that. But there's still some, like, it doesn't hit like it should, or it feels like you're glossing over how fucked up this is with the amount of humor surrounding everything. And as a whole, like, I don't know what my main takeaway from this movie is as a Marvel fan, which is a Phase 4 problem, actually.
I think you and I have been on the same page as far as Phase 4 being disappointing so far. I was not excited for this. I mentioned it after Doctor Strange. I was like, all right, at this point, I'm not excited for any Phase 4 films. The TV shows, absolutely.
Yeah.
The movies, not so much. I'm going to go see them, obviously, but I wasn't like, oh man, I can't wait to see Thor: Love and Thunder. That wasn't me. I did have fun with this movie. I like this movie a lot. It was good. Wasn't great. I think it also helped that I had no expectations. I had no expectations. I was just like, I might like it. I'm probably gonna like it just based off of Ragnarok.
Right.
It's been a follow up. So I think the opposite as far as saying Thor has gotten boring. I think he was boring originally, like in his own movies. But when he was with the Avengers, he was interesting.
Right.
Funny side came out more. And then Taika Waititi said, okay, let's take that. Let's turn it up by like 50 in Ragnarok. And it ended up working.
Right.
A lot of people look back. I think I did have Ragnarok in my top 10 when me, Ron, and Derek did our MCU rankings.
I think you did.
Yeah. But when that movie came out, it was polarizing. Like,
yeah.
Like, it's looked back now like, oh man, one of the best MCU films. But when it first came out, some people was like, this ain't the Thor that I want. Some people was like, this movie's fantastic. I think either side is fair, but I think I didn't expect them to go away from that, because that's the only reason Thor is the only original Avenger with a 4th film in the first place. If that movie failed, that was it. Like, because the first two were
this movie or Ragnarok?
Ragnarok.
Okay.
Yeah. Ragnarok. And it looks like he's getting a whole other trilogy at this point, possibly, or
like this being the first entry, or
like he's getting more movies. Like this isn't the end.
That kind of touches on something I kind of wanted to say.
Okay, well, we'll get to that. But yeah, I understand what you're saying as far as like.
Did I say boring? I gotta ask you that while you doing. Did I say boring, or did I say I've gotten bored with them?
I think you said boring.
Okay. My what I mean by that is that I'm tired of looking at the same. Like the idea of moving away from the originals is it like this made it hit home for me a little bit more.
Okay. Speaking of which, we got to speak on our Young Avengers theory eventually, because boy, they keep adding, they keep adding people.
Yeah. Definitely touch on that. That got to be a spoiler territory.
That's in spoiler territory for sure. But I kind of expected them to keep the same formula as far as the comedy, especially off the trailers. And I think now, I can enjoy it more because I look at this as, especially this, like a romantic comedy with elements of serious drama and a serious story, not a serious MCU movie with comedy elements.
Right.
Like, this is a full-on comedy, but you're getting some darker tones and serious tones in there.
Yeah.
And sometimes they kind of ruined the moment with certain jokes. Like sometimes jokes didn't hit or they felt out of place. Sometimes the serious moments felt out of place because they came right after a gag. Same thing with Ragnarok at times. I think this made more so than Ragnarok.
Did it worse than Ragnarok, you said?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I think this movie did it worse than Ragnarok, but it didn't take me out of the film. Like, I still got what I wanted. I still enjoyed Gorr as a villain. I wish we got more
Yeah.
Can't believe
I heard it. I heard
it. I wish we got more of them. Wish we touched on, his we know his motivation, but him as a character more. Like
Exactly.
there was a certain scene where I was like, okay, this dude is creepy as fuck, but he is spitting facts right now. Like, I'm pretty sure you know the scene I'm talking about, because it's like one of only two scenes where he really gets to speak.
To talk, yeah.
Yeah. So actually both scenes. So
right.
Nonetheless, I liked it. I enjoyed it. I walked away satisfied. I wasn't disappointed like I was with the last movie. But
I will say overall I enjoyed it more than Doctor Strange. Like I can't point to something in this movie and say this was bad.
Yeah.
What I can say is they did a lot of things in this movie where they probably could have done away with a couple of them and had a more fulfilling, like you were talking about with Gorr. Like if they took out a little bit of something else, maybe we could have gotten more Gorr and that could have been good. Maybe if Gorr wasn't the villain and I wasn't so focused on trying to know him, I could have cared more about some of the other stuff they were trying to do in the movie. Like there was a lot of different things happening, which I think some of that is the storytelling, and some of that is Marvel trying to accomplish certain things. And like when you have that many big things in play, you're gonna notice the things that are being kind of mushed together to make a whole. Like you, on one hand, you want to have the artistic vision of the director and the writer, and on the other hand, you have 15 years of story built in the past, and then 15 to 20, however, I mean, maybe they want to go forever, movies that you're trying to make sure you can tie something to later. So it's not, how do I want to say this, because I don't want it to come off wrong, and the shows are doing it too, where you can kind of see where things aren't, you can see the difference between the director and Marvel.
Yeah.
And I'm starting to not enjoy that as much. I'm starting to notice it too much, I should say.
I think recently, especially with Multiverse of Madness and even this, you see more of the director's influence than you do with the Marvel's influence.
And that might be why I'm noticing it more, because they are trying to let the directors do their thing, but then you can tell when it's something happening that isn't the director doing their thing, that it's Marvel saying, I need this in the movie. So I think that actually might be why. And again, I don't want to make it sound like I didn't like the movie. I enjoyed the movie. I laughed a lot. There was some stuff that was emotional that I wasn't expecting. I think it tied up the story in a decent way before it got to the, all right, Marvel, all right, Taika, I need you to throw this in here real quick. Before it got to that,
the way it tied,
we'll get there. The last thing I want to touch on in the non-spoilers specifically is the action. The way it was shot, I loved it, especially the fights with Gorr. The first one in, I don't know if this is a spoiler or not, in New Asgard.
I don't think that's a spoiler. I mean, we know New Asgard exists.
I mean, I ain't watched any of the trailers, so I don't know. So like the fight in New
Asgard in Infinity, in Endgame.
Oh yeah, we know it exists. You're right. So there's a fight in New Asgard, and the way it was shot, like between the camera angles, the way Gorr moved, like all of it was like, it brought me into the character. It made me care about the character more, and like how big of a threat he is. And then the big fight later, well, actually there's a couple of them.
Yeah.
The second fight, the way with the color,
yeah,
like, oh man, it was again, it was beautiful. There's a lot to like in this movie. There
was a fight scene in between those two that I loved a lot.
Okay.
Omnipotent City, when they were fighting.
Yeah. I mean, is that a spoiler?
The use of
is that not a spoiler?
I mean, you didn't watch it in the trailer, but
it's in the trailer.
It's in like the city they're in, Zeus, all of that is in the trailer.
Okay. Yeah. So that was a good one as well. That was a great scene, actually, just overall.
I'll get more into the details why I liked it in the spoilers, but
Yeah, like some of the gods that they show, like even ones that are mentioned, were awesome. I loved it. Like that's attention to detail type stuff.
one god, I was like, come on, yo, really? Like, I think you know which one I'm talking about.
We'll wait. We'll save it.
Come on, like, yeah, we're gonna save it, but don't think too hard. Like, I was like, are y'all dead ass right now? Like, all right, come on.
The Quetzalcoatl one was I appreciated that touch.
The what?
Quetzalcoatl. That's the Mayan god, I believe. From the Mexican situation, I think. That was the one with like the big headdress and all that was sitting like in front of them. Yeah. So like they mentioned they mentioned Quetzalcoatl and they were like talking about going there, and then like you get the payoff of actually like seeing Quetzalcoatl there. So that was interesting. And there was another one they mentioned too that they showed. But anyway, like the whole idea of the city, the way that they showed all the different guys interacting and stuff, like, and the way, for whatever reason, the when they go to space type stuff, they're able to hit on bigger themes that, if you think about it, is really deep. Like they're talking about gods and like all the different gods from different religions, and of course they throw in some space religions and stuff like that. So some of these gods are not gonna make a ton of sense, but like when you think about how your faith is tested, and people, something bad happens to you, like, God, why'd you let this happen type of stuff, and like they're addressing all that in this movie with these conversations with the gods, which is interesting. I haven't seen anybody talk about that much, but I appreciated the idea. Now they didn't go as deep into it as some might have. If you were paying attention to that line, they didn't go as deep into it as some might have hoped, because it is a Marvel movie. They're not trying to go
that deep.
Yeah, they're not trying to have a theology class out here. But again, it's interesting that they touched on it in that way. And the way, again, it's one of the main themes of the movie when you think about it. So what's your overall rating so we can get to the spoilers?
As far as your rating system goes, go 3.5 out of 5 stars.
That's literally what I was gonna, like, off the dome. I'm gonna say 3.5.
Yeah, for me, for my system, I want to say like 7 out of 10, 7.5, but I don't like to go half, so I'll just go 7.
Yeah, so I mean that adds up, and again, that could change when I like sit down to like break it down through my 5 criterias or whatever. But off the dome, 3.5 out of 5 is safe. Yeah. That's the Rotten Tomatoes approval mark. It's 3.5. And I wouldn't want to like not approve it. Like it's worth approving. It could be somewhere between 3.5 and 4 for me at the end of the day. But right now, I'm gonna say 3.5. Let's get to these spoilers. All right, let's get into these spoilers. So the first thing I'm gonna ask, let's talk about the villain. What'd you like? What'd you not like?
Well, I'm gonna say this first. I know some comic history. I wasn't familiar with Gorr coming into the movie. I know of him. I don't know the original character story, so I don't know how much was adapted to be true, how much is original. With that being said, I think Gorr was a really good villain. I think Christian Bale put on a fucking hell of a performance, which is expected from Christian Bale. Yeah. But I feel like we didn't get enough. It's like, I can't remember who it was. I heard someone describe him as kind of like Pennywise. Like
they shot him like Pennywise.
Kind of, yeah, like in the shadow. Well, no. When I say Pennywise, I mean the original Pennywise, not the new one.
Okay.
The new one's terrifying. There's nothing charming about it. The original one was like funny and,
gotcha.
And he had a bit of that, especially when he was talking to the kids. That was a scene where I was like, I need more of this dude. But it's like he was barely in the movie, to be honest.
I agree.
And that kind of reverted back to the old ways they used to do villains. But considering it's an actor of the caliber of Christian Bale, he's not just gonna fall to the wayside. Like his performance alone is gonna shine through whatever limited amount of time he's getting.
Right.
But I just wish that we got more. I understood his motivation. Another villain whose motivation is like, hey, I get it. Like, makes sense. In the beginning, I was like, hey, kill his ass, kill that god, fuck him. Like, fuck him, you know? But I'm tired of villains getting redeemed at the end, man. Like, I just want villains to be villains.
Do you think he got redeemed?
I mean, I guess it depends. Yeah, I think he got.
I'll say this.
He got redeemed in the sense of he was. First of all, they made it known he was corrupted by the blade.
Yeah, because the blade infects or whatever.
Right. So off that mixed with an understandable motivation, we kind of have some understanding or sympathy for this man.
Right.
Means by the end of the movie, when he chooses to make the right decision, it's like, okay, you're redeemed. I don't want to see that. Like,
gotcha.
I just want a villain to be a villain, fight him, kill him, or imprison him.
Okay.
Well, Asgard ain't got no prison that can hold him. So, if you destroy the blade
off him, yeah.
But just keep it at that. But I feel like he was redeemed, so something could happen. But it is what it is.
Made me mad initially. Like, I started to get mad when he stopped. Once he like got to eternity, I started to get mad, and then I thought about it because Thor, he didn't waste time. Like, if he had taken his time getting to his point, I would have been more mad. But by the time he got to his point, saying, you know, the whole reason that you were hurt, upset was because your daughter died. You have one wish. You're not gonna live either way, my boy. Taking out all the gods with your wish, is it really worth it, or would you rather your daughter have a chance to have a full life?
First of all, I don't know why that wasn't his goal from the first place, to bring his daughter back.
Because he was corrupted, and that's the only reason I accepted it. Is because
that's true.
When they had when they made it clear the blade corrupted him, and once the blade was destroyed, he was able to think more clearly. The blade wants to kill the gods,
right?
And his motivation just aligned with that at the time. But once the blade was gone, and he has his opportunity, like, and then you can just kind of see, because Christian Bale's good, you can kind of see his brain, like, kind of, oh shit, like, oh yeah, I could just do that. Like, I don't have to go through with that original plan at this point. Like, I'm about to die anyway. Like, killing all the guys accomplishes, like, I get revenge, I guess, but the other opportunity I have here is to give my daughter a chance at a full life. So why would I not do that instead? Like, that made sense to me. The fact that he was already dying and the fact that we were already sympathetic to his situation allowed me to accept that that's how they went with it. Now, I wish it could have been cleaner. But yeah, I don't like villains just to be villains. I need that real motivation, and I mean, it made sense to me.
That's not what I mean though. It's like a villain can have real motivation. A villain can be a villain, and you still understand their motivation. Like, yeah, okay, I get it. The Joker was a goddamn villain, but some of the stuff he said was making sense.
So what's the alternative to the ending we got? Like, what would have been the perfect ending for you?
I mean, if that's the case, I would have to change what the entire character was. So I don't really necessarily have an alternative, because
you're not sure about his comic history, you don't want to.
Yeah, I don't want to do that.
The story they gave us, but based on the story they gave us.
Yeah, because I don't know. Because the Necroblade is like linked to a character in Venom's history.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's like I can't remember who it's the god of the symbiotes, and they carry the Necroblade. I don't know if Gorr had the Necro Blade in comics. I don't know if the Necro Blade in comics corrupts. I don't think it does. I'm not sure. But in order for me to have an alternative ending in the first place, I would have to change his entire motivation. The reason for his motivation is to kill the gods. His reason for the motivation is because he failed. He was screwed over. He was wronged. He was lied to. He lost his daughter. I can understand why they redeemed him for that. I just wish it wasn't a redeemable thing. But I feel like
you wish he wasn't in a position to have that arc to begin with.
Yeah, I feel like they put him on that path to bring his daughter back so she could then be with Thor. I feel like that was the reason for that.
Let's transition to that piece of it. So when Jane says that she won't be alone, my thinking is, is Thor gonna get a wish too? Like, is he gonna wish that Jane lives? Like, what are we doing here?
No, I knew exactly what she meant.
But like, how's she going to put a kid on me and then die? Like, what? No, son, that's not how this works.
I'd have looked like whoa. I didn't agree to that.
have you met me? Like, I'm supposed to raise a kid by myself? For real? That's what your dying wish is right now?
Uncle Korg and shit.
Yeah, like I barely got myself together. Like, I was out here double cheeked up, barely able to move. Like, now you want me to raise a child? Like, I'm still trying to get myself together.
Chinned up.
Double stomach, double everything. Like, everything was double in all the wrong ways for Thor. And he just got his life back together. He out here fighting battles and destroying planets for alien races. Like, with the most clumsiest of approaches, and now he got to be a father. Like, I did.
It just felt out of nowhere and rushed. Like,
I didn't like it.
It wasn't something that was
natural
alluded to in any previous films. At the beginning of this film, it wasn't even alluded to. It literally wasn't alluded to until that flashback scene they had of how their relationship went.
Right.
How it ended, and he was looking at the baby and like, oh, okay. It's like, and then when they were on the boat and Korg mentioned, you think they'll ever walk into the lava? And it's like, that was a terrible Korg impression. Hey, mate, think they'll ever walk into the lava? Terrible Korg impression.
This looking sounded like my wolf from last week. At this point, gotta let it go.
But it's like, it just felt. I mean, look, it was cute. Like, when it happened, I was like, "Oh, a cute kid. Okay, let's,
she was adorable, but
yeah, she's an adorable kid. That's actually Taika Waititi's daughter."
Okay.
So, apparently, it was a lot of people's kids in this movie. I think Chris Hemsworth's kid was in this movie too, but I'm not sure. Yeah. But yeah, it felt rushed out of nowhere. I don't know how I felt about it, but it was cute, so I let it slide. But I mean, like I said, I would have liked him not to be redeemed. I want more villains just being villains. It's okay to have both. I just don't want one kind all the time. But I mean, nonetheless, I still liked Gorr. I liked his story.
Yeah. Now, you said you wanted more Gorr. Not in that sense. What's a way we could have gotten more Gorr? Like, do we want to see him going around killing more gods?
Yes.
And they had the footage, right?
That we ain't see him.
They just showed a bunch of clips of different places asking for help because their guys were getting murdered.
A lot of that was cut, though. I believe Taika Waititi said a lot of stuff was cut.
And that's what I expected.
Yeah, especially since it was pushing a hard ER. I meant hard R, I guess. I said hard ER.
I was like, a what? The fuck was Gorr on? Like, what?
Gorr the God Butcher.
That would have been some scary shit.
Sound like the KKK. Anyway,
saying, like, was he a grand wizard? Like, what do we got going on here?
It just got dark.
Gorr coming, he about to show up now. It's getting dark. What?
No pun intended. But yeah, it's like some stuff was cut, which I can believe and understand. I get it, but I wish we could have got to see
They should have given us a lot more Gorr in action.
Yeah.
Literally all we saw was the beginning, where his origin, if you will. Then the clips of, and we didn't really even see the clips. Like, they were so quick about it.
I don't even count the clips because I don't think they showed him doing anything. They just showed the aftermath.
No, they just showed people reacting to what he was doing. And then we saw the one guy that he killed when Lady Sif, who they decided to dig up, showed up. That's one thing I want to mention.
Loki, so it was like,
what's that?
She was in Loki, so it was like,
yeah. So shout out to Taika Waititi, first of all, for all the people he was able to get to show up in this fucking movie. If it was him,
I'm surprised they got Natalie Portman back.
Natalie Portman back. Idris Elba shows up.
Him too, because he ain't want to do this shit.
Right. And
Kat Dennings showed up.
Kat Dennings was there. They got, I mean, everybody should have, even the professor, whatever his name was.
He's a Skarsgård, ain't
he? Is it the dad?
I think so. I think he's a Skarsgård.
Stellan?
I'm gonna look it up.
It's about 30 of them doing it, so. But yeah, everybody that should have been
Stellan Skarsgård, yeah.
Is it Stellan?
Yeah.
So the father.
I guess that's
happy.
Let me see. Stellan Skarsgård. Damn. Children, 8. Including Alexander, Gustav, Bill, and Walter.
Pretty sure most of them act, if not all of them.
Jesus Christ.
Alexander's that dude right now. The
saw your tweet.
Yeah, the Northman. He had a nice cameo in Atlanta, and he has a cool character on.
I mean, shout out to Bill Skarsgård. We mentioned it earlier, so
yeah. So I mean, the Skarsgård family killing the game right now. Hope Nick Cannon's kid's gonna be out there one day doing it like that. But yeah. But yeah, I think that let's talk about the kids in general. How do you feel about the kid battle at the end?
It was fun. I mean, the whole Thor thing was like, bro, you could have done this so many fucking times. That's what you're telling me.
I'm about to say, like, it was so easy for him all of a sudden.
Like, you couldn't do this during Infinity War. Like, what? Anyway, it was fun though. I mean, I didn't think much of it, but it was nice. I did really like
favorite moment.
Doll's kid. Yes, Axel.
Axel Rose. I mean, Axel. Right. The Heimdall, whatever.
Goddamn black kid listening to Guns N' Roses.
I thought it was fun. I thought it was interesting because, like, when we first meet him, you see his room is like covered in heavy metal.
In my head, I was like, the fuck out of here.
So they try to make a black kid different in this movie.
Just to name him Axel.
Yeah, it was Heimdall's son. I was like, all right.
He could have liked cars. Name him Axel then. Like,
that makes sense. But Axel, that was interesting. I wasn't mad at it. The little kid with the bunny rabbit, though. The little kid with the bunny rabbit, that was fire.
Yeah.
That was
Axel just got more time, so I like, yeah. And the way he caught Stormbreaker, I was like, all right, little motherfucker.
Yeah. I wasn't ready for that.
Already.
And then he was like tall. I thought he was like small, and then he was with Thor, and I was like, this kid about tall as hell.
Like half, not even half Thor size, like 3/4.
I was like, this is a grown man. What is
how old is this kid?
The whole time I thought he was like 8. Then he show up, he's like 15. I was like, all right, whatever, man. Again, they're working really hard to get a bunch of kids into the MCU all of a sudden. And it's like, y'all really gonna go hard with this mini Avengers? Like, are we getting a movie at this point? It gotta be a movie, right? Or movies.
Oh, at this point, they can't do a movie. It's too many kids.
They might be doing movies, is what I'm saying. Like, it got to be shows. It might be shows.
They bringing in a new kid every goddamn movie at this point.
Every movie, every show, you got to have a kid. We need kids, and we need them now.
I even got one in Doctor Strange, America. I don't even think we counted. We talked about her as a young Avenger when we talked about that.
We didn't care, is why. But I mean,
that's
definitely why she was there.
That's true.
You can't have a movie without a kid no more. And that actually just made me think of something. They're bringing, Blade and Deadpool and all these guys in. They might be like about to like branch the MCU into 3 categories. the Kid Avengers, the dark shit, and then like the main MCU that we're on, the path that we're on now. And phase 4 feels like the splintering of these arcs, if you will. Like, and it would make sense. You have the kid stuff, keep it low.
Like, not everybody has to come together. It can all be like, you know.
Right. There's enough characters that they can be separate.
Yeah.
Like, I need Blade and Deadpool in them. I need them to be bloody as hell.
We not gonna get that.
We better get that.
We not getting, but it's still owned by Disney. We're not getting that.
Even Disney Plus has now put the parental.
Deadpool might. Deadpool probably will, simply because it's already a proven formula. They're not doing that with Blade.
If they don't do it with Blade, I'm out. I'm tapping out.
We gotta see blood, right? But
I'm tapping out.
Speaking of blood,
if I don't see no blood, if they don't do the Dark Avenger situation, the Dark Marvel, whatever, Marvel Dark, Marvel Special Black, whatever you want to call it.
Marvel Special Black. What is that?
Marvel Cobalt, whatever you want to call it.
All right. Anyway,
Marvel Obsidian.
Stop. Speaking of blood,
okay,
I want to mention this. That scene in Omnipotent City,
the fancy
but they were fighting the guards, and it's like, instead of using blood, since they're higher beings, they use gold, and it's like, okay, that's clever. I like that. You got Valkyrie bathing in the blood, so to speak. I just said air quotes for the people that's listening.
Yeah. What was I gonna say? They did that. There was even the first one that Gorr killed, Blood Gold, which was kind of setting the tone for like, this is what to expect when a guy gets killed.
Mm-hmm.
And then I like that when they did it and the blood like splashed on their uniforms and stuff, like it stayed on them in future scenes.
Yeah,
like, they still had like the gold streaks all over their
like actual blood.
Yeah, like it didn't just magically disappear off their bodies. We're all over the place, but fuck it. In the city, how did you feel when Thor threw the thunderbolt through Zeus?
Can I just speak about Zeus in general?
Let's do it. Go ahead.
First, I was like, why is Zeus doing an Italian accent? Then I realized he's doing an old school Greek accent. I was like, okay, I like that he's doing that, because people never do that.
Yeah.
He's a Greek god. Why not do a Greek accent? And he was fat. So
Big Zeus.
I like the way they portrayed Zeus as a dick, because Zeus historically is a dick.
Yeah.
So he's talking about orgies
in a Disney movie.
When I went to see it
multiple times.
When I went to see it with my cousin. Watched it the first. I'm watching it, and he said it the first time. I was like, "What did he say?" I asked my cousin. I said, "This nigga just say an orgy?" And he just casually said, "Yeah." I'm like, that ain't crazy to you.
I'm gonna keep it 100.
Like, I'm the only one that caught that.
I could see several parents in the audience get tight on the first mention, and then they said it like 5 more times. I was like, "Yo, you can't even."
Or not invited to the orgy.
Yeah.
I know there's a parent who had to drive home with their kid, and the kid asks, "Mom, what's an orgy?" You remember Bad Boys 2? Where they was in the video store, and the kid was like, "Mom, what's an erection?" I know a kid drove home with their parents that said, "What's an orgy?" What
happened?
They had to make something up on the fly.
We were laughing, like the whole theater was laughing in the scene, right? He said orgy, quiet as fuck. It was quiet. Everybody was quiet.
But
nobody was laughing no more.
Even the orgy thing, because hey, in case you don't know, Zeus likes to fuck a lot.
If you don't know that, then you don't know anything about Zeus.
You don't know Greek mythology if you don't know that Zeus like to fuck. He stick his dick in anything.
He was smashing any and everything that was moving. Like,
if it move and it breathe, it can get the dick. Zeus don't care
at all.
Anyway, I knew Zeus wasn't dead when he threw the thunderbolt through him. He's a fucking god.
They did it so casually. I was like,
Yeah, I'm like, it's no. First of all, First of all, you don't get Russell Crowe. We're not even recording the video. Russell fucking Crowe.
I have a poster of him on my wall, by the way. The Nice Guys.
Okay, you had to be more specific because I'm like, why Russell Crowe? Why you just got a Russell Crowe poster on your wall? What's up, brother? What's going on? Like, this some B2K shit? What's going on?
Shit.
So, shout out Mario. So,
No
I shouted out the right person. If you know, you know.
No.
What was I about to say? Yeah, Zeus. It's like you don't get a guy like Russell Crowe to like when people saw he was in the trailer, they was like, "Oh, we're gonna get a scene with Gorr killing Zeus." You think Russell Crowe coming in here to play for a few minutes and die? Crazy! You out your mind. And on top of that, he's a god, so it's like you're not about to just throw a thunderbolt through him and he dies.
You gonna kill him with his own weapon like that easy?
Yeah, come on.
You just gonna let that happen?
Now I ain't gonna lie, I got worried for a second when he threw that thunderbolt through Korg, but in my head I was like, "This is a fucking comedy. Korg ain't dead. His face probably in there somewhere." Boom.
Yeah, like that wasn't the type of moment where I expected to lose a character.
Yeah, it's not an intense fight. If Gorr would have did it, I'd have been like, "Oh, Korg is out of here." But
yeah, it wasn't that type of scene where like somebody was about to die.
Yeah.
Like we had just seen Thor's ass cheeks. Like they ain't gonna kill the homie like
for multiple minutes.
Right after that. Hold on. We gotta talk about this. When Zeus took the clothes off of Thor and like 10 ladies collapsed.
And like 2 dudes.
And several men collapsed.
Several men collapsed. When he put the robe back on, the chicks was visibly upset.
They were hot. They were like, "Nah, we was enjoying the show. What's going on?"
Jane and Valkyrie was about to jump out there and beat some ass. Took the robe off. They said, "Bitch, you want great."
Jane just letting somebody else like argue her man like that was so comfortable.
And it wasn't her man at that point. She left.
You're right. They're not together. You're right. They went together, but still, all of a sudden she was like, maybe I should go back.
Hey, shout out to Natalie Portman, man. I know you don't dabble in Milk Marauders, but she's aged nicely. She looked good in this.
She did look good. Look good. And they did a good job of showing the differences in her physical appearance.
Yeah.
From when she was Jane, regular Jane, and Dr. Thor, Jane Foster.
What? You wasn't sure what you wanted to call her?
She wasn't sure what to call herself. Shit. Dr. Thor.
Mighty Thor.
The mighty Dr. Thor. She
we got Professor Hulk, we got Dr. Thor. What's going on out here?
I think that I have to wonder, like, did they film those scenes? Like, did they film her 6 scenes before she bulked up? Because she was like even her definition in her arms and stuff was different.
Was that really her?
Yes. Like I saw like videos of her bulking up in real life. As far as I do
it. All
right.
She looks taller though. That's why I was like, is that her?
I mean,
they could have
saw Steve Rogers in the first Captain America, right? Like, I wasn't familiar with Chris Evans. I thought that like Baby Thor was like his real. I mean, Baby Steve Rogers was his real body at first. I wasn't like when that first movie came out.
You haven't seen the Fantastic Four movies?
No, I ain't watched that shit.
Come on, man, don't do that.
I wasn't out there like that with the movies and stuff like that. Like, I didn't watch none of the X-Men movies and none of that back in the day, and I still haven't watched any of the X-Men's. I only watched the first Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. I never watched any of the Andrew Garfields. Like, I was not out there.
Fuck those.
I was not out there in the movie streets like that. I didn't become a movie person until like 2010 or 11.
That's fair. Same.
So, and even then, I had to go back and watch the Marvel movies.
But I used to go to the movies as a kid, and I loved the comics. So I always watched them. But I get it.
Like, I had like a handful of movies I would watch 100 times.
Shout out to Natalie Portman though. If you bulk up like that again, Holla at me. I lost some weight recently, so if you're trying to carry me into the bedroom, we can do that. She-Hulk style.
Reese over here in his hoochie daddy shorts talking about getting carried and manhandled. All right, anyway, we
I had those on.
I just assumed based on the way you were acting. It was hoochie daddy activities. So if the shorts don't fit,
You must have quit.
I don't know. With that, well, I would have got the fuck off track. What was I talking about? We talked about Zeus and them. I was a little bit disappointed that no god stepped up to help go with them.
I wasn't.
I expected somebody like I mean, I get the point of why they were there, but like the fact that like not even anybody like considered, and we didn't really get to see the ones that maybe could have potentially considered. We just kind of had the Zeus stuff. We had like the few guys that they walked past. They did what they had to do, and they got the Thunderbolt and dipped. Like I don't want to say it was a waste completely. You feel like it was?
That scene was done to set up the mid-credit scene, because even the Thunderbolt that they went there to get, what the fuck?
Did they?
Don't get me started on that Thunderbolt.
I didn't like it. Looked very basic.
It looked basic. It ain't served shit, because they was basically saying, oh, well, we got this Thunderbolt. This is the army. What the fuck did it do?
The only thing it did that couldn't have been done otherwise was when he used it to teleport.
Which blew the fuck out of me.
I was confused. Like, how the fuck is he going to teleport?
Because if y'all had the Thunderbolt and it could do that, then why you ain't just teleport to the planet y'all was going to
in the first place? Right. So again, like after, because he didn't have when Gorr took was it Stormbreaker? I didn't know how they were going to get there.
I didn't either. That's what, and it had got interesting to me at that point. I was like, oh man, the stakes is high. How is they going to get to this place? He took Stormbreaker. What are they going to do? This motherfucker casually steps outside and just teleports. And I'm like, they didn't even tell us it could do that.
I was like, what the fuck? Where did this come from? Like,
she just handed it off to him. Like, we supposed to know the Thunderbolt can teleport this motherfucker wherever he wants to go.
So I wasn't tripping by like being perplexed that they just casually did. I was like, really? He just threw that bitch in the ground and now we teleported? Like, okay.
Like, if it was that bad, why did you care about him taking Stormbreaker in the first place? Right. If you just follow him.
And why didn't he try to take the Thunderbolt if he could have used it too? Like, I don't know. It and when he left, my initial thought was, is he about, are gods about to just start dropping dead? Like, are they going to go back to Omnipotent City? We just going to see people start dropping? Because then there's no way they can get to him that quickly. And yeah, so they forced that in. Like you said, the Omnipotent City stuff was just so they could do the mid-credit scenes, which sets up the future. Again, go ahead.
I just thought about something.
Go ahead.
He didn't even need to teleport there because Jane got there instantly. Mjolnir can't summon the Bifrost. So how did she get there?
She didn't go with him?
No. She was in bed, remember?
How the fuck? Hold up.
Man.
Oh, she just sensed that he was dying.
Exactly. How did she get there? How'd she get there that fast? Not even that fast. I understand how she got there. She probably flew. How'd she get there that fast?
Yeah, she was on her way to death. She was mid-death.
So he could have
was like, hey. She had to have teleported because if she flew through space, she would have died.
Then how she? No, I don't think so.
Thor almost died out in space.
No, he didn't die out in space because he couldn't breathe. He died because of that explosion on the ship. He was talking about an Infinity War, right?
Wasn't he frozen?
No.
I'm tripping by thinking he was frozen.
I think you tripping.
Ain't that how they killed Ebony Maw?
Yeah.
Or Corvus? No, it was Ebony Maw.
Ebony Maw died from being frozen.
Out in space.
Yeah.
The rules of space aren't making a lot of sense.
Well, Ebony Maw isn't a god either. So And technically, Jane becomes a god.
I guess. I can't remember. Why do I feel like Thor was out there freezing?
I don't think so. I think he was just knocked unconscious, floating in space.
Okay, I took it as him being like near death because he was exposed.
I mean, I think he might have been near death, maybe, but I don't think it's because like he couldn't breathe or function in space. I think it was just like, I don't know. I mean, I'll go right.
It could go either way. Either way,
the point being, how Jane?
No way she got there under normal circumstances. Unless we just again supposed to accept that Mjolnir all of a sudden can teleport him. Can teleport people to
Mjolnir acting different with the new girlfriend. That's crazy.
Who?
Mjolnir
that was probably the funniest thing in the movie.
It was 100%.
Stormbreaker being jealous that Thor was talking to Mjolnir.
Like when they was in New Asgard and he was like, come to daddy, and you just see Stormbreaker come like, bitch, what you doing? Like, but no.
Stormbreaker was a black girlfriend for real. Like,
no. While those bits were the funniest bits of the movie, there was one specific scene in this movie where I was about to laugh. So I had to hold it in because it would have been one of those loud laughs the whole theater would have heard. Like, I was like,
you gotta tell.
I can't remember which one it was. It might have been when the Guardians left him or whatever. But those fucking goats. Like, they kept doing it, and after a while it wasn't funny. But the first 2 or 3 times they did it, the second time I was like, oh my God.
When they first brought him out, and like you could hear the alien dudes like, please get these fucking goats off my planet. It's like, now that you've accepted them and you can't leave without them.
Oh my God. The fucking goats. That shit was hilarious.
When they came in Omnipotent City, that was probably one of the funnier ones for me.
Yeah, they started beating ass.
Because they just came through all loud as shit. Had the gods confused. Like, what the hell is that? I thought I would hate it more than I ended up hating it. Like, I hated it a lot initially because it was loud.
I'm so glad that was not in the trailers. I'm so glad that wasn't in the trailer.
Yeah, that would have ruined it probably. What else? Oh, even when he was describing the lightning bolt and Stormbreaker's guiding the ship, and he starts talking too positively about the lightning bolt, and you hear to feel the ship rock. Oh man!
Oh shit!
Oh man, that was great. What else? Okay, serious stuff. Jane having cancer.
I purposely didn't mention that because even though it is in the comic books, not everybody reads the comics, and they did not mention in the trailer once that she has cancer. So, I want to say that for the spoiler section.
We're here.
Yeah, I know. I think it was well done.
Okay.
I think they touched on it the right amount of times because I don't want this to come off wrong in any way. I didn't want them to touch on it too much because I'm like, I ain't trying to be depressed about cancer through this whole movie, bro.
Yeah.
But I like the fact that going into the movie, I didn't know how they were going to do her character, but watching it, I'm like, there's no way she makes it out of this movie. Like I said, she's going to not like get killed, but the cancer is gonna beat her by the time this movie ends because clearly she wasn't getting any better. And I think it would have been a bad look if they like, oh look, it's magic cured cancer. It's like there's people out there that really deal with this shit that's probably going to see this movie, see this, and it's like, well, my mom's cancer didn't just get cured. My aunts, my cousins, my friends, my brother, my sister. So I like that they actually showed the impact of that. Not sure how she got to go to Valhalla because she didn't die in battle. Maybe battles with cancer count. But it was cool. I felt her character was handled well. This is the best she's been. She was not good in those first 2 movies because their chemistry was awful. But their chemistry in this was fantastic. Like,
Yeah.
shoot, at some point I thought, is her and Valkyrie about to end up together?
Yeah,
Like,
she was cool with everybody. Like,
yeah,
all her interactions were good.
mm-hmm.
The cancer stuff definitely hits home in a lot of ways, and I felt like they addressed it in a smart way. Even beginning with her not telling people,
Yeah,
because she didn't want them to treat her differently, made sense. Her being a scientist, trying to figure out if she can cure it herself or use her scientist friends to cure it, made sense. Her going to Mjolnir, going to Mjolnir and seeing if that would do it also made sense. I wasn't sure how they were going to handle the effects that carrying the hammer had, but the fact that it actually was making things worse,
I think it was well done.
It worked for me.
Because now it's like stakes every time you turn into Thor. So
yeah, it was kind of like the parallels between her and Gorr, basically, of this thing gives you this ability, but it's also killing you at the same time. So she got to feel probably as better than she's ever felt in life, but it sped up her dying, basically.
Right.
And she knew that. And Thor's reaction to it was also done well. I think that's the only real sign of maturity that they gave him, is how he reacted to finding out she was sick. Because he went into protector mode. He wanted to keep her safe. He wanted her not to be at risk. He wanted her to have a chance, and it didn't feel selfish.
No.
It felt like he genuinely cared about her having an opportunity to beat it and not being in danger. He didn't want her at the final fight. She accepted that initially, but when Mjolnir, I guess, sensed that things weren't going well, she made a conscious decision, like, there's no use in both of us dying.
Right.
So, you know, she sprung into action. She got a little bit of a redemption herself, because I know a lot of people didn't care for her character at all.
Yeah.
And I appreciated that personally. I think that was done very, very well.
Yeah, she was done very well. She got a happy ending. She got a nice send off. Close the chapter on her character. I don't expect we'll see her again, to be honest.
No, there's no reason to.
Yeah, there's no reason to. But man, Thor, oh my god, this dude, like, every goddamn phase is like, okay, how can we hurt Thor now? Like, give this dude a break. Y'all talk about Wanda. Yeah, we get it. Wanda, oh, I lost my brother. Oh, I fell in love with a fucking robot and he died. Oh, I lost my kids who were never fucking real. Okay, right. Well,
these Thor lost hallucinated.
Thor lost his father, his mother, his brother 3 times. Oh shit, 3 times. His brother, his fucking home planet,
his friends, the homies that he went into battle with,
his best friends, and lost the love of his life after he finally got her back.
And then they put more responsibility on him. Say what?
1 or 2 people was next. It's either that little girl or him.
Why would they give him a little girl under all these circumstances? Like, everybody he gets close to is dead.
He's next.
And now you giving him a little girl? What are we doing? What are we doing? I mean, shout out to Chris Hemsworth. He's done a great job as Thor, but goddamn, like how much more? Like what's gonna happen in the next movie? If you said there's another movie coming, they set it up for him to be in another movie at a bare minimum, supporting the little girl in some way.
Well, I mean, they set it up with the mid-credit scene.
That too.
Yeah. And they also said at the end credits, Thor will return. So
that's also very true. Talk about the end credit.
You said what?
Let's talk about the end credit.
The mid credit or end credit?
End credit.
The Jane and.
Let's talk about that one first, and then we'll talk about the mid.
Okay. Uh,
You mentioned it already.
yeah, I mentioned it. They tease it throughout the movie. The idea of Valhalla. He meets Sif, and Sif is like, "I want to die here in Valhalla." He was like, "Well, you're not dying
Battle's
in
over,
battle.
so
You survived the battle. You're dying after. Maybe your arm is in Valhalla."
I wish they had shown the arm at the low end. That would have been hilarious.
Idris Elba welcomes Jane to Valhalla, and the arm just.
Do you know whose arm this is?
It might have smacked her because Sif wasn't really too fond of Jane Foster.
That's true.
No, speaking of Jane and Fawn, fucking Korg, man. Keep calling her Jane Fonda.
Oh yeah.
And Jodie Foster. Korg
that was funny. Those were funny. Those were good.
But yeah,
that was for the older audience.
Yeah, the Valhalla scene. It didn't set anything up. Potentially it set something up. It's just the fact that okay, we know Valhalla really exists. We know Jane is there now. But I think it was more so like a nice bow tie, happy ending on her story, which I liked. Yeah, and it was nice to see Idris Elba as Heimdall again.
Yeah, the many times that they mentioned it throughout the movie, when it shows up there, it's like, oh, okay, like this ties it up, that part up. Like the many times they mentioned Valhalla.
I got nervous because the beginning of that end credit scene, all we see is like smoke and we see a silhouette coming together, and I'm like, are they bringing her back to fucking life?
Oh, okay.
But then I saw the Heimdall, and I'm like, oh, okay, she's in Valhalla.
Yeah. Now back to your original point when you brought it up. How did she get to Valhalla? She did not die in battle.
She did not. I said, hey, maybe battle with cancer.
I don't think so.
Hey, look. First of all, just because she gained the powers of Thor, don't mean she. You know what? I ain't even.
It's the Taika. I think might have lost his own plot there because he went out of his way to point out that Sif wasn't going because she didn't die in battle, and then they threw Jane in there. Now, the other piece of that, do we think that was just something nice for Jane, or is it potentially setting up a larger Valhalla showing up in the future?
I think it's
type of thing.
Might be a bit of both, but no, I think it's a bit of both.
Okay.
But more so the former.
I think I wouldn't be surprised if Thor died in the future.
That's what I was saying. Like when I said either him or the girl next, I genuinely believe they're going to kill Thor.
I don't think they're going to kill the little girl.
No.
I do think it'll be Thor. I think Thor will die and he'll go to Valhalla and we'll remember, Jane and Heimdall. We'll probably see Jane.
Thor is like Captain America has a way to get away. He can go back in time. Black Widow died. Oh well. Hawkeye has a way to go away. The original Avengers all have their paths to go away. You couldn't just have Tony Stark around and not do anything. That's not in Tony Stark's character. You had to kill him. Thor can't just be around, especially being a god, just doing nothing.
Yeah.
He's got to die.
Just like in this movie, something's going to happen where he's going to be needed.
Exactly. And it's like, it's always going to be like, oh, the Avengers are coming together. They need a trump card. Why they ain't called Thor? It's like, they got to do something with Thor.
That's why they have to reset. That's like after this phase 4 needed to be the reset. And it kind of has been. But at the same time, like.
There's always going to be a trump card, though.
As far as a character or?
As far as a character.
I mean, who's the strongest person left? Captain Marvel.
Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange is still there. We know Ant-Man's still there. We know Falcon.
We said trump cards.
Captain America.
Is that Trump?
I'm just looking at like the veterans.
Oh, okay. Because you said Ant-Man, and I'm like, slow your roll, brother.
The veterans that are like still around. I'm trying to think of what the next Avenger movie looks like. It can't be.
I'm not even thinking about that right now because I don't know when we're gonna get it.
It can't be a real big bad at this point based on what we're dealing with.
I'm not even thinking about that. I'm tired.
It's hard to.
I'm tired of stressing myself out thinking about it.
It's
Look,
hard.
Kevin Feige said we'll know more like second half of this year because San Diego Comic-Con is coming up, and then after that they have the D23. event, which I'm pretty sure where everything is going to get revealed.
What is the end of Phase 4 technically?
I think Phase 4 is ending next year.
Is it Black Panther or
no? Black Panther is the next movie.
What?
Yeah.
Ain't something coming out this fall?
Black Panther.
The fuck? Hold on.
Black
keep in mind, I have seen absolutely nothing, and I hate that. Like I listen to these podcasts because I feel like they've alluded to or mentioned things that I wouldn't know about because I'm not watching these trailers, and it's pissing me off.
Well, there is no Black Panther trailer.
Okay, it's in November. Yeah, but like they're talking about specific characters. I want to say it was the Midnight Boys that did it. Yeah, they talked about a specific character that I thought might be in the next Black Panther, but they're talking about it like it's confirmed. And I didn't, yeah. Like I was like, well, why are y'all talking about this shit so casually? Like,
I think it was confirmed.
But I
don't think it was a big deal made out of it, but I think it was confirmed.
I didn't need it though, you know what I mean?
I understand.
So it is what it is.
But you got to know going into listening to Midnight Boys what you're gonna be getting.
Exactly. Like I know I'm like on edge all the time listening to them, and like sometimes they'll be like spoilers for, and they'll say the thing, and it's like something
especially
I don't
if
care
it's
about.
House of Midnight, because you know Mal is going to talk about everything.
I'm saying like they be talking about all kinds of stuff, like
and Charles to some extent. Charles,
I want to say one of them had mentioned something about Succession a couple times. Yeah, they mention Succession all the time because one of the dudes from Succession is in Miss Marvel, and I was in the middle of watching the show. I was like, if you spoil Succession, I'm gonna be super pissed right now. Like, this ain't even got shit to do with the Marvel universe. Like, why are you talking about other shows and shit so casually?
Speaking of other shows, I think I know why you wanted to save the mid-credit scene for last.
Let's talk about it now. Let's talk about it.
I'm on to you, brother.
And this is another thing. I don't want to say I was spoiled, but it was confirmed. The game kind of spoils a lot for me anyway. The game added Gorr the God Butcher and Valkyrie to the game recently.
A Marvel game you be talking about, right?
Yeah, Marvel Contest of Champions.
Yeah.
Another character they added, I want to say sometime last year, was Hercules.
Oh, wow.
And nothing they do is random.
Never.
Nothing they do in these games is random. Like, even there's characters that haven't been put in the movies yet, but the fact that they put them in the game lets me know that they at least considered putting these characters in movies.
Right.
So when they popped up with Hercules, I was spent the movie, like, especially when they went to Omnipotent City, I was expecting to see him.
I was expecting to see him too, but when they didn't, I was like, oh, okay, well, I guess we're not seeing Hercules.
Right. And somebody made a joke about a skinny Hercules or something. I think they might have assumed one of the boys up there with Zeus was Hercules in the middle of the movie. Like, I saw a tweet.
They wouldn't have just had Hercules up
They
there.
would have made it clear he was there.
Yeah.
So then when we see him in the mid credit, and it's the homie.
I didn't know who dude was because I don't watch the show. Everybody was like, "Hey, it's the dude from Ted Lasso." I'm like, "Oh, Bibs is gonna love this shit."
Yeah, it's people was tweeting about Roy Kent all of a sudden on the timeline. I was like, "Fuck is that about?" Because I got Thor and everything muted, so all I see is because like he's I don't know if you've like read up on it, but like he's a soccer player. He's like the old vet.
Yeah,
and like, but he was the hot shit back in the day.
Right.
And he has like his own like song that people sing, like Roy Kent, he's here, he's there, he's every fucking where. And then they say his name or whatever. And so people start tweeting that all over the timeline. I was like, why the fuck are y'all talking about Ted Lasso? Like, is the new season about to drop? Like, did I miss something? Like, what's going on? So then when he popped up as Hercules, I was like, that's what it was. Because I wouldn't have expected that.
They did that because that's one of the few moments where like that was a casting announcement. Like it wasn't. They didn't announce it before the movie.
Okay.
That was a surprise. It was a casting announcement. It's like I don't know the last time we had it announced. Something maybe Nick Fury showing up in Iron Man.
Because Harry Styles, we knew about that.
Yeah, we know about that. They said he would be in the movie. They just didn't say.
Right. We knew he was going to be there.
Charlize Theron. They did not say
that was one. That's a new thing they trying to do.
Yeah, even though that scene was bullshit, there was no news. If that is a new thing they're trying to do, I definitely want to. Does Contessa? Yeah. Oh no! She was supposed to. It would have counted.
Yeah.
It would have counted because
tried to do it.
Black Widow was supposed to come out before Falcon and Winter Soldier. So
right, they tried to do it, but it didn't work out that way. I think it's a genius casting. Just based on what I know about him as an actor, and he's also a great writer. So I'm hoping that he gets some input on that front as well. Say what?
I doubt it.
As far as like just his character, not necessarily whatever happens in the next movie, but he
see, not with Marvel.
You're right. I mean, we don't know what the next movie look like, but the idea of him as a villain, because that's what it's going to be.
I don't think he's going to be a villain long though. Only halfway through the movie, I think.
You think he's going to turn?
Yeah.
You ready to? You already gone that far? Like who the fuck is going to show up?
Zeus.
You think Zeus? He going to fight his own dad?
Hell yeah! It's Hercules.
In the first movie, like he gonna go from carrying out his dad mission to fighting against him.
I think it's gonna be, like
that happened.
Hercules isn't a villain. Hercules is a villain. Hercules is a hero in the comics, so it's like
he's carrying out a mission.
Yeah, unknowingly, and he's probably gonna go in there and he's like, oh man, I realized my dad was wrong. Probably like another fish out of water situation. Oh, I realized my dad was wrong, and Zeus was like, motherfucker, what? All right, bet, handle this shit myself. And Thor and him go up against Zeus, or
I think all that happens in one movie.
Yeah,
that's a lot.
They've done. Come on now.
Like, what's her name? Nebula. I know Nebula had an arc like that, but we had already seen her for a few movies.
Nebula wasn't the main character either. Nebula's a side character. 2.5 hours. This movie was short compared to other MCU.
This movie was like, was it 2.5? It was just 2
hours flat.
Yeah, it was just 2.
Yeah.
We'll see. I'm excited to see what his Hercules looks like. I think it was a proper introduction, a good enough introduction, and it's funny that his character looks almost exactly like the character they put in the game. I don't know who's behind his game, but it looks like it's him. Like it literally looks like.
You want to know who coming to the MCU? Play that damn game.
Yeah, Marvel's Contest of Champions will tell you all the shit that you need to know. Like even Namor has been in the game for a very long time. I want to say since the last Black Panther, around that time, or was it Endgame? But they alluded to him basically in the movie, in both movies. I want to say
they alluded to him in Endgame, not Black Panther.
They definitely alluded to him in Endgame. Yeah, he's been around since then. And it's like they don't mind telling you like some shit's coming. They put Reed Richards in here. They put all the Fantastic Four actually. They started with him and then they were like, let's put all of them so it ain't obvious. Basically, they put Wiccan and Hulkling in the game recently.
Who?
Wiccan.
Speed and Wiccan.
Yeah, they didn't put Speed. They just put Wiccan and Hulkling. Because apparently they're a couple.
Yeah, dude. A couple?
They got them holding hands and shit.
Who?
Hulkling and Wiccan.
Who's Hulkling?
I get Hulk's child.
Whose child?
I'm pretty sure he's Hulk's. I don't know the story about Hulkling, but he's like a young Hulk. Like a kid Hulk.
I thought you said Hulk. Like, I don't know. I was like, who is Hulk?
But it's like Hulk with an L-I-N-G at the end.
Yeah. My bad.
Like a duckling. But
I understood what you were saying wrong.
Yeah. Got you. No, it's Hulkling and Wiccan, and like they're holding hands. It was like a Pride Month thing that they were doing.
They gay as hell.
You know that?
Yeah, they gay as hell.
Okay. Yeah, there's supposed to be a couple in here. They put Hitmonkey. I think Hitmonkey got a animated series on Hulu.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Night Thrasher's in the game, so I'm curious if they batted around the idea of putting Night Thrasher out there. Who I didn't even know was black till somebody pointed it out.
I don't even know who that is.
It's a black dude that skateboards and shit. He looks dope. Like his build.
Thank God I don't have my regular mic right now. That's all I'm gonna say. Because it's Sunday and the dirt bikes is out like crazy right now.
Yeah, I haven't heard a thing.
It's been going for the last 30 seconds.
But yeah, I think I've been trying to find Hercules this entire time. See if I can maybe show you what he looks like.
I can look it up.
On the game?
What is a mobile game?
Yeah.
Oh, I'll just look up an image on Google.
All right. Yeah, they definitely put they have like a deep dive and like a story on here, so I'm sure those are on YouTube or something.
Yeah, that looks exactly like he does in the
That's why it was funny to me, like when he popped up, like his whole outfit and everything is exactly what they put in the game. Yeah. Like that's not what I would expect to see when somebody says Hercules.
Me either.
But that's what they put him as in the
I'm
game.
used to like the classic Hercules look.
Right. Like that's what I would have expected, but he had that particular build. So is there anything we missed?
It feels like we covered everything.
We didn't talk about the Guardians of the Galaxy. I feel like I almost could have done without that.
Didn't I tell you when we were I think we were recording the pod. Maybe it was Jerron and Derek, but I think it was you.
We talked about it.
And I said I wouldn't be surprised if they leave at the beginning of the movie.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know how they're gonna have him separate from them so casually, but it made the way they did it work for me.
It pissed me off. Not that they left in the beginning of the movie because I expected that, but they actually gave us a montage of their time together. I'm like, if I don't see this in a goddamn movie, we gonna have problems.
They put it in the trailer?
No, but it's like
you were saying if they
skimmed over the time they spent together. Like we want to see Thor with the Guardians of the Galaxy.
So you're saying like the fact that all occurred and we didn't get to see it.
Yes.
Yeah, because that's what I expected to get at some point.
But I didn't expect to get that, but I didn't expect to see it either. Like don't skim over it. Just don't show it.
Okay. I now I'm the one with the motorcycles.
I don't hit it.
All right, whatever. We'll take it then. The idea of them being together and then us not really getting much out of that is weird to me. It was enough as far as the movie went. They did answer one question for me, and maybe they answered this already, but maybe I'm tripping. They made it seem like Gamora was gone again.
What do you mean? Of course she's gone.
There was another version of her.
Yeah, she ran away.
Around.
He's still around. They just made
obvious.
Yeah, because at the end of Endgame, you can see he's searching for her.
You're right. Yeah. I do now that you bring it up, I do recall old buddy being sad about her being gone. But the way he said it in this movie made it sound like she was dead.
I mean, the Gamora he loved is dead.
Right. But like he's just giving up on the idea of finding this other one too.
Maybe. I mean, apparently Guardians 3 is supposed to be about, partly about.
Hey.
Okay.
I want none of that.
So you just think come on, man, common sense. You think they just gonna be like, oh, fuck Gamora, we ain't gonna look for her?
Yes. I mean, no, he made it sound like that is what I'm saying. Like because that's what I expect that they would, if they hadn't already found her, that they would at some point try to, because Nebula's still with them.
Right. Where else she gonna go?
And that's her sister. So like, where the fuck is Gamora?
They ain't got nowhere to go.
Where's she at? Like, oh man. Yeah. So it makes sense that they would have to address that at some point. But yeah, it was just weird how casually he was like, I lost my girl, blah, blah, blah. The scene where like, he's like trying to be all deep and then Thor like kind of floats over into his eye line when he's like trying to talk about the people he loves, to talk about his team. And
she was hilarious. That was in the trailer. That was in the first trailer. So it was like,
man. So Guardians, that's fine. I kept getting. Did it feel like James Gunn Was around for some of that?
Not at all.
Okay. Anything? I don't. I think we might have covered everything. We mentioned the kids already. I think this broadens the kid universe a lot. Yeah. Again, it makes the idea of a movie make more sense. All of a
They
sudden,
added not one but
two major ones. How do you feel about the little girl at the end?
She was cute.
Do we think they're gonna use this exact child, or do we think they're gonna like age her by the time these kids come together for something?
I think they're going to use this exact child.
Okay. I feel like the kids.
Apparently, I can't remember what someone said her name is in the comics.
They called her Love here, right?
Yeah, but like she's a different character in the comics apparently, or like based off of. I don't know.
Okay. I like that they went instead of having like him have like a little son. I'm glad they went with a daughter.
I mean, she calls him Uncle Thor.
Right. Which I also appreciated that she just wasn't calling him dad.
Don't call that. Come on, man. Like that'd have been disrespectful.
Exactly. Like your dad died so that you could be here. Like, why did she have abilities? Did they? I don't know if they fully explain that. They just said
They didn't slightly explain it.
Oh, I'm making sure I didn't miss something.
You ain't missed nothing. We saw the same movie.
They just decided she had the power of Thor, right?
Of Thor. More like Cyclops. You ain't see what she shot beams out of her eyes?
I saw her eyes turn purple or some shit. Oh, when she shot the things out of her eyes. But no, they said when Korg was explaining, they said she had the power of Thor. So then at the end, when they like go into battle, she has like her weapon and he has his, and like they're doing the same thing pretty much. I'm pretty sure they said a young girl.
I got two issues. I got two issues.
Go ahead.
Where did he get a new Mjolnir from?
That was the original. That was the OG Mjolnir, I think.
The one that Jane destroyed so she could destroy the Necro Blade, right?
Right.
Like what? Where Mjolnir come from? No, whatever.
It didn't look like it was cracked still.
No.
I feel like it did to me. But you do have a point that like, how did it magically get back together again when previously?
Because at that point, it's no stakes. Like what? This is a Marvel film. Of course, it's no stakes. I'm sorry.
But yeah, like this little girl, and now we saw Thor give all these children the power of Thor for a limited time only, which I laughed at. So are we supposed to expect that he's just giving this little girl the power of Thor?
I'm not sure. Or maybe, I mean, she can wield. You don't have to have the power of Thor to wield Stormbreaker.
Did she have Stormbreaker?
Yeah, she had Stormbreaker. He had Mjolnir.
Okay. Second piece. Do we think she has some type of abilities because she came back, or did her people have some type of abilities? Like the eye thing, was that? We didn't see her dad do anything in the movie.
That's my point.
So, like, where the fuck these abilities?
I'm not about to speculate on shit until they start telling me stuff. I'm tired of this. Stop doing stuff without explanation. We don't even know what his people are.
This whole time, right? Because they killed all of them. Like, he's the last of the Mohicans and shit. Like, we don't know what the fuck.
Man, I'm done. I'm not working my brain for these people no more.
I need answers on this little girl because, like, I thought he had some little vulnerable girl to take care of, and now she out here abilitied up. Like, she the strongest kid we know right now.
There was so many kids. So many kids.
Which kid is stronger than her? Like, I mean, we saw Wiccan, but we don't know if he's real in this universe yet. And he's still dumb and goofy as a child. The last one we saw in Multiverse of Madness, he was kind of scary.
Yeah, creepy. Sing out ice cream and shit. She might be the strongest. I don't know, man.
Why you had to remind me of the ice cream song?
I hated that.
Who the fuck put that in the
That was
movie?
the
Like,
cutest thing ever. That shit was trash.
that shit was scary as hell. Them kids too old for that bullshit.
I'd have punched the hell out of them kids.
Like, who the fuck is possessing y'all? Like, what is this?
Ain't no kid stronger than her. I'm just ain't no kid.
I think she's the strongest kid by far. Like, even if you include like Yelena and all that, like she's still hand to hand.
Elena's not a kid.
I'm putting her in the kid universe.
Wow.
You think she's with the big dogs?
She's a grown woman.
You putting her with the big dogs.
You putting her in the kid? She's a grown woman.
The new introductions. How about that?
Yeah, say that. If that's the case, a lot of people got to be in there. Boy, say Yelena and the kid. Yo, wrap this up. Wrap this up.
Oh man, I still think of her as a kid. Maybe I'm just
old ass woman. I said I'd smash it. You trying to put her in the kid? Put that charge on me. Hey, speaking of Florence Pugh, that new movie that she got coming out,
smashing milk like Santa Claus on Christmas. You know what?
What?
Is there a milk mistress that you haven't tried to dip your cookie in? Like, what are we doing?
Yeah, Gwyneth Paltrow, because ill.
That's so disrespectful. Let's keep it moving.
Anyway, yeah, like I said, speaking of Florence Pugh, that new movie she got coming out, what is it called? Don't Worry, Sweetheart, or Don't Worry, Darling.
I'm about to say, you say sweetheart, I'm thinking about the little boy from the video.
Have you seen that? You don't watch trailers, no?
I mean, the first time that I see a movie trailer, I might watch it until it looks interesting.
It has Harry Styles, Florence Pugh, Chris Pine, Olivia Wilde. Olivia Wilde directed it.
I feel like I saw like 10 seconds of a trailer for it, and as long as I saw Florence Pugh was in it, I already know I'm probably gonna watch it.
The last Olivia Wilde movie I saw, I think, was Booksmart.
She had one on Amazon that I liked.
I said the last one I seen.
Yeah, I was gonna say like she had one on Amazon that I liked as well.
I liked Booksmart, so until she proves otherwise, she got my stamp of approval.
Now you're gonna make me pull up her filmography. we way off track now. Let's see. She's the director / writer.
I think so.
Let's see. All right, we got out of that. Upcoming projects. Don't Worry, Darling. She's the producer. Yeah, I see it. Olivia, she's in it, like you said. Chris Pine. Wait a minute, when's that coming out? Fuck. It's some Chris Pine movie they've been trying to get me to review that I've completely ignored because I'm a piece of shit. And they about to cut off all my accesses. Kiki Lane's in that movie too.
Black girl, right?
Yeah. She was in did you watch the Charlize Theron movie on Netflix?
No.
With the abilities and shit, you didn't watch that?
No, I ain't watching.
The Old Guard.
I know what it was called. I remember.
Oh, that movie was the shit. That was one of my favorite movies that year. And it's probably gonna have a sequel too. So go ahead and get that done. A Vigilante. That was the one I was trying to find. Where she plays a person who helps women get out of abusive relationships. Like she beats the shit out the men, basically.
Oh shit.
But she herself had a past. Say what?
The Punisher.
Yeah, something like that. Like women in abusive relationships, she'll show up, fuck your husband up, and get you up out of there. Like set you off on a new path, get your money right, like all that good stuff. Like, it was kind of raw, but she herself came from a past and like was dealing with the emotional scars that she still had, type of stuff. She played in and directed that movie.
That's deep.
Yeah, it was rough. I want to say she had a son too that she was trying to keep away from her ex. Yeah, and that all comes to a head. I watched it with my mom. It was interesting. It was good. Got some pretty harsh reviews because it was trying to be like Oscar bait, and I don't know if it was on that level, but it was an interesting story. We're over an hour on this.
Yeah.
I know you got shit to do at some point. So
we still gotta do never mind.
Okay, yeah. I don't know. There's a lot to take in with this movie. The last thing I want to hit before we move on, MCU Phase 4. Where is this your top Phase 4? Your second Phase 4 movie? Like where we?
I already have them ranked.
Okay, what you got?
Spider-Man: No Way Home.
Okay.
Shang-Chi. Thor: Love and Thunder.
Okay.
Multiverse of Madness. Black Widow. And if you go down 5 more rows, then I got Eternals.
Shang-Chi is definitely my favorite of this phase by far. Like not even close. Even with Aquafina becoming a archer overnight. Was it even a whole day? Like
it wasn't.
It was the same day, wasn't it?
I think it was the same day.
Despite that,
I'm gonna be honest. I didn't like that theme about that scene, and I don't like Aquafina. Period.
I don't fuck with Aquafina at all. Like the fact that she was in the movie almost made me not want to watch it. Like that's how much I don't like that.
I ain't going that far, but I understand.
but I mean, I watched Kim's Convenience after Shang-Chi. That's how much I enjoy Shang-Chi. Kim's Convenience is quality television, by the way. I honestly think Spider-Man probably is my second. Black Widow is my third.
Sorry, what?
Black Widow is my third. I actually enjoy Black Widow. I think Black Widow is my third. I think it's very close between that and Multiverse of Madness. No, Thor is my third. I'm sorry. I didn't I didn't include Thor in my thought process. I think I do put Thor slightly above Black Widow and Multiverse of Madness. And
I was about to say Black Widow number 3.
Somewhere on the list is the Eternals as well.
Fuck Eternals.
There's nothing memorable.
Hey man. At what point in Phase 4 are we gonna get to the part where everybody else on Earth saw that fucking celestial show up in the sky? Because let me let y'all know how space and the sky works.
It came out of the Earth.
Motherfuckers, no. I'm not talking about the one they killed.
Okay.
Which needs to be talked about as well, because it was on the news. I'm talking about the celestial that showed up in the sky and took them away.
That too. Like somebody need to.
Let me let y'all know how space in the sky works. It wasn't just people in that park that saw that.
Right.
The whole planet saw that.
At least half the planet saw it.
At least half. You know what?
They haven't addressed shit from that movie.
They haven't addressed shit from any movie.
All this stuff is just happening in a vacuum.
We still don't know what those rings from Shang-Chi. You know what?
All these movies have happened in a vacuum. It's pissed me off.
I'm so sick of Phase 4, bro. I just want this. I'm ready for D23 where they tell us what the plan is. And if I don't like the plan, I'm on the ass.
I think for the first couple of movies, I was cool with just being introduced to characters or whatever. But now I'm like, what the fuck are y'all doing?
Yeah.
Even with the TV shows, it's like
it's DC. Some shit got to start connecting.
Yeah, I need y'all to y'all just introducing characters at this point, and I'm not understanding where the fuck we're going. Especially when you have big things popping, the sky's changing in shows, big ass creatures are popping out of the ground and shit, and y'all aren't addressing these in these other properties. What are y'all doing?
These are celestial beings. They're basically gods showing up in broad daylight, and no one's talking about it.
Moon Knight changed the constellations. Nobody saw that shit.
I'll give Thor a pass because it doesn't take place on Earth except for the few scenes on New Asgard.
Right.
Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Damn, that should take place in another universe.
Not all of it.
Most of it.
Like some stuff happened in New York too.
Yeah, but like that's like a small. You know what? Now that
that's a normal day.
Now that I think about it, there has not been a time where in the movies where anyone could have seen that happen.
Yeah, Shang-Chi stuff happened in a weird spot. Like nobody knows about this.
No Way Home took place like right after Endgame almost.
Yeah.
I mean, not right after Endgame. I mean like after what was the second Spider-Man movie? Not too long after the second Spider-Man movie.
Gotcha. Yeah, I gotta go look at the timeline and stuff too, because I need this all to make sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. Marvel's got to make some stuff clear. Like right now, we just consuming content with no rhyme or reason, and y'all spent so much time and energy making sure everything made sense previously that we need y'all to make it make sense again. At the same time, like I can enjoy this stuff, but the fact that I'm giving Marvel movies 3.5s, 3s, maybe 4s means y'all are falling off. And not
4 is good. 4 ain't falling off.
For Marvel, it's falling off for me.
Come on, man.
If you gotta be in a 4.5, 5 range.
Everything can't be 5 stars.
It can't.
Realistically, everything in Marvel is not 5 stars.
But if 4 is your max, that's a problem for me.
Yeah.
Like I need to at least I'm not going into this movie expecting you to get to a 5. Shang-Chi is the closest that I've gotten to that this entire run. Everything else is, I mean, Spider-Man was cool, but I didn't put it in that realm either. And Spider-Man is a cheat code anyway, in my opinion.
Technically.
In that regard. So really, Shang-Chi
good execution. So you also can't say
what?
The execution on the idea was good, so you can't really say.
No, they did their thing. They did their thing for sure. Even the reset idea, really like took it to another level. But as far as the rest of these movies, with most of these new characters and whatever, Shang-Chi's the only one that has, on its own, done it's like been at that level that it needs to be, that I've gotten used to getting from Marvel.
Right.
The rest of them, a whole lot of setting up other shit, and it's obvious. But you're not telling me what you're setting up either. Anyway,
I'm done with. I'm not talking about Phase 4 until they talk about Phase 4.
You're right, because I hadn't even thought about it until like I start listening to these podcasts and stuff, and people are talking about Phase 4, and I'm like, oh yeah, they do have plans allegedly for what they're trying to accomplish with a certain set of movies. But at this point, it's still not clear what the fuck the plan is here. Besides,
as far as I know, Phase 4, the only Phase 4 movies left are Black Panther, the Marvels, and Guardians.
Why did I think the Marvels was next? That's 2023, ain't it?
Yeah, that's 2023. And I don't know if Blade is a part of Phase 4. I don't know if Fantastic Four is a part of Phase 4. It would be dumb as hell for Fantastic Four to not be a part of Phase 4, but I digress. I'm not talking about this no more until they talk about it. So don't ask me.
I want to say I want to say somebody said that Fantastic Four might be the last movie of Phase 4, but that's not clear yet. And they might announce that at.
There's no cast. Well, we might get the cast at D23. So, like I said,
that's the big thing that people are waiting for and or expecting to be announced, is that Fantastic Four will be announced there, and they'll confirm that that's the end of Phase 4 and that everything they've built to will make sense. I don't think they can come out of the gates with Dr. Doom. I hope they don't kill him immediately.
Apparently, he might get his own movie, but. Yo, I'm not talking about Phase. Like, yeah.
All right, let's get off this shit. Thor, entertaining movie, did his thing. We don't know how the fuck any of this connects to anything yet. We got a cute little baby Thor, apparently, with no explanation as to how she became baby Thor. We got baby Heimdall, who suddenly is able to use. You know what? We get it. This is what Phase 4 is at this point, is just setting up other properties. And I'm just going to have to accept that for the time being. If you haven't seen it, don't know why you're listening to this part of the podcast, but whatever. If you have seen it, mostly positive from what I've seen. Most people I've seen a lot of, oh, it's mid, whatever. That's fine. You can call it mid. But until next time, I don't know what the hell I'm going to be reviewing next. Actually, probably Nope.
Nope.
It'll probably be Nope. Which, last thing before we get up out of here, they almost got me with that trailer. Like I sat down. I came in late on purpose. Thought I was good. Sat down. Realized what I was looking at. And I literally started I was in the very back of the theater. I got up and started walking down. And then they started saying too much. I was like, all right, I got to get some skedaddle in me. And I rushed down the stairs. And even then I was out, I could still hear because I was in the IMAX theater. I was like, God damn, what is going on? And a lot of people seem mad about this new trailer.
It shows a lot.
I don't know. I truly don't. I'm literally trying to, my next move.
But like I told you, I'm not upset because it's a Jordan Peele film. So I think
you're getting set up.
Yeah.
Okay. That's fine. I don't even like the idea of having my mind put in a certain place. So I'm still trying to avoid it. I went on YouTube, tried to watch a Big Jaw video, and then they threw that trailer at me too. So I'm gonna stay off YouTube for the next.
That's why I got YouTube Premium.
I started to do it, but I don't be on there enough to do that. Should be some good stuff coming. I'm gonna get up out of here. I'm gonna close this out so we can get this other shit over with.
Yeah, we got to because I literally have an hour left.
We're not gonna take an hour on that shit. Until next time, peace.
Peace.
If you're still listening, you're a real supporter. Shout out to you. But I came back in to add a couple things at the end. One, I wanted to note that I believe Reese said that the girl who plays Gorr's daughter is Taika Waititi's daughter, but it's actually Chris Hemsworth's real daughter. The second thing I wanted to mention is that Thor's son is also in the movie as young Thor when they do the montage of Thor growing up through the ages. Third thing, we mentioned not understanding where the girl's powers came from. Two things. One, the stuff she shoots out of her eyes, they believe that comes from, or a theory I saw was that because she came from eternity, she came back with some abilities. She didn't just come back as her normal self. And then they showed us Thor passing his power to the kids. And I guess the belief is that he gave her the power as well, which I don't know where he suddenly can give his powers, but, that's neither here nor there. Additionally, I did want to mention the god that Reese was alluding to as being over the top, crazy or silly, was probably Bao, the dumpling god, which is a meta Disney thing because of the short story with Bao. The other thing I wanted to mention, since I was doing this little insert, is there's a campaign online to release the Gorr cut. Christian Bale, in an interview, was very vocal about how much he believes was left on the cutting room floor from his character and his performance, and you can kind of tell that some stuff was taken out. Apparently, like we said, 4 hours was filmed, and a lot of what was taken out was the gore stuff, which, because they quote-unquote wanted to keep it a family movie, which, why do you use a character called Gorr the God Butcher and then decide you want it to be a family-friendly movie? What are we doing? Decide who you are. Anyway, one of the things that I was told in a space on Twitter with KP, we did a review session or conversation about the movie, and he said that one of the things he heard was cut is a scene if you recall, Gorr had these tribal markings on his skin in the beginning of the movie. And then at the end of the movie, when he's been butchering gods and whatnot, you could see like some scarification over top of a lot of his tribal markings. Well, apparently they did actually film a scene with Gorr like trying to rip or cut or whatever his scarf, his tribal markings off of his skin. And that's how they got scarred up by the end of the movie. Like, that's why you could see it, because there was a scene where he was trying to remove them because, of course, he was fed up with the gods. So that's one of the things that they removed. Again, there is a campaign online, Release the Gorr Cut, Gorr, in case you aren't aware. And it'll be interesting to see if that occurs. I would like to see it. That's the Monique GIF. And now I'm just being weird. All right, y'all. Thanks for listening once again. I promise I'm going to tighten up with these reviews and get more disciplined on it. But for now, you just get the raw conversations. Enjoy it while it's like this. Peace.